Take you under when nobody can see. I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you. Hotter than a summer, so put your hands on me. Put your hands on me, on me, on me. Put your hands on me, on me, on me. Put your hands on me, on me, on me. Put your hands on me, on me, on me. Before you, I was paralyzed, all broken down from heartbreaks. Then you came and set me free. You've taken me to paradise, where nothing is a mistake, where we move so flawlessly. Do you know the things you do to me? Touch me and I'll make you understand. Yeah. Do you know the things you make me feel? I can show you if you take my hand. I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you. Let me take you under where nobody can see. I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you. Hotter than the summer, so put your hands on me. Put your hands on me, on me, on me. Put your hands on me, on me, on me. Put your hands on me, on me, on me. Put your hands on me, on me, on me, on me, on me, on me, on me. Put your hands on me, I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you. Let me take you under where nobody can see. I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you. Hotter than the summer, so put your hands on me. Put your hands on me.
Might just be 98 days since we rounded off the 2021 campaign. Bahrain Formula One change is as good as the rest, and there will be no rest for the drivers around this 57 laps. And the Bahrain
Hello everyone, you're very welcome back to the channel. This is exciting. Here we are, getting ready for the 2022 season. My God, if it finishes like the last season finished, we have we have a lot of good stuff on our hands. Things are a little bit different now this year, of course, because we have a whole change up in the regulations. So we're moving more so towards the ground effects downforce as opposed to the top-down downforce that we previously saw over the last few years. And it should shake up things a little bit. And already we're seeing that Leclair is starting on pole position for today's race, and that he's not driving a Mercedes. I think that's important. It doesn't change everything. So Verstappen is kicking off in second place. So he did manage to qualify well, and looks like he has a very strong race car. Lewis Hamilton, on the other hand, well, he's down in fifth place starting off. So not perfect for him, but we have no idea what to expect here. What is their race car going to be like? You know, the qualifying maybe not so good, but the race car itself, let's have a look at the grid anyway and see what we're up against. Some things never change, unfortunately. So we have a Williams at the back. So Latifi is starting in 20th. We have Stroll in 19th place and Ricciardo very disappointing in 18th place. Ricciardo didn't get a lot of running though, unfortunately, because of course he had COVID and he missed the practice session in Bahrain last weekend, and coupled with that, he actually had some issues with his car during practice earlier this weekend. So not perfect setup for him. It has really hampered him. You can see both McLarens are really out of sorts at the moment as well. They're both outside of the top 10. This was not really anticipated either. Hulkenberg then is in 17th, so both of the Aston Martins towards the back as well. Also not something we were anticipating, but to be perfectly honest, we didn't know what we were anticipating. I think that's the most important part here. Yuki Tsunoda then is in 16th place. We have Zhou Guanyu in 15th, Albon in 14th, then Norris in 13th, Mick Schumacher in 12th. His best qualifying ever in Formula 1. It's so nice to see that the Haas isn't the worst team on the grid, and they were the worst team by a long way last season. So this is definitely an improvement from their side. All of the Ferrari powered cars looking quite strong, actually. We've Ocon then starting in 11th place. Pierre Gasly rounds out the top 10. He's starting in 10th. George Russell only managed to qualify in 9th place. Alonso then is in 8th place. Magnussen, he's back to replace Mazepin. Magnussen, brilliant qualifying from him in 7th place. Limited running as well for Magnussen. You know, he didn't have the privilege, I suppose, of all of the testing that some of the other drivers had. So he looks like he is on fire. Very exciting for him. He did have some kind of mechanical issues yesterday during the race, or sorry, not during the race, during qualifying. So I really hope that the car is in good shape for this race. I would have concerns, but I hope the car is in good shape. They will be able to race without any issues whatsoever. It was hydraulic issues that they were actually suffering from. Valtteri Bottas, 6th place in Alfa Romeo, just behind Lewis Hamilton, and importantly ahead of George Russell. That one is definitely going to sting for Mercedes, but that's the way it goes sometimes. It's very early on in the season as well. We don't know what way these cars are going to play out from week to week as well. They could potentially suit certain circuits, certain tracks. Yeah, in this case, a very good start of the season for Bottas. Let's see what he can do in the race. Hamilton, as I mentioned, is in 5th. Whether or not Mercedes have a good race car, that's what remains to be seen. We have Perez then starting in 4th. Sainz in 3rd place, very good qualifying. The Ferrari's very strong. Verstappen, I thought he was going to get pole position yesterday. He looked like the strongest through all of the practice sessions that we've had this weekend. He only managed 2nd place, and it was Charles Leclair that managed 1st place. Now, what Verstappen can do in this race, I suspect he's going to be very, very dangerous. So I think Verstappen is actually my tip for the race win. But in saying that, we have never seen these cars actually racing. It could be completely different. Who knows? Maybe the Haas is the car to watch. Can you imagine Haas World Champions? That would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Alrighty, let me get the grid off the screen. We're waiting for the race to get going here. They're just doing the formation lap at the moment. And if my screen is slightly delayed, it is possibly to do with the lag on my side, so apologies for that, but we try our best. We try our very, very best. So, what do you think? Who are you going for? Who do you think is going to win? Importantly, I always ask this as well. Where are you watching from today? Where are you watching from? And what are your predictions for the season? Very difficult to make predictions when we know so little. We've had one qualifying session, and that's about it. Between both of the testing sessions that we've had as well, so we had one in Barcelona, we had one in Bahrain. Very difficult to tell anything from that as well, because of course McLaren looked very, very strong on the original one, and not so much then when it came to Bahrain, and that of course has followed through into the race this weekend so far. Maybe they have a stunning race car, remains to be seen. So yeah, let me know your predictions. Who do you think is going to win this race? Who's going to be the big one for the championship? Who are you going for? I know we have a lot of Verstappen fans. We have a lot of Hamilton fans. That's very, very clear. And where are you watching from as well? And what time is it where you're watching? They're just lining up now, getting ready to go. So now the excitement is really kicking in for me. Love this. I love this. So we can see now if Leclair is able to get a clean start or not. Now, lining up, cue the tension. Just showing us the Ferrari garage there. Please get us back on the track. All right. Yeah, the cars are still coming around, so they're quite slow here. Quite slow. Now, and there is Ricciardo's McLaren, and we have Stroll and Latifi. Actually, both of the Canadians on the back. I had not realized that. Alrighty, now we're getting ready to go here. Green flag is being waved. Here are the lights. And they're off. They're off. It looks like a very good start here for Charles Leclerc. Good start as well for Verstappen. Oh, the Formula 1 graphics are all over the place. Whoa, Magnussen dropping. Magnussen's in 6th, I think, at the moment. Okay, it is Charles Leclerc that manages to keep first. Verstappen's in 2nd. Looks like it's Sainz then in 3rd. Hamilton is up into 4th. Good start from Hamilton. Magnussen really in the mix here. He's putting the move on Hamilton around the outside. Can he make it work? No, he won't be able to get around there. Perez has dropped down behind Magnussen. So Perez now is in 6th. Is it 6th place? Yeah. 6th place. Good start. And George Russell now is behind Perez. Oh, look at the McLarens here at the back. We have cars going three wide here on the track. Very interesting start. Mick Schumacher now is battling with one of the AlphaTauris. I guess that's Tsunoda. Yeah, he's battling with Tsunoda. Ooh, okay. All right, let's settle the nerves a little bit. Let's settle the nerves. All right, we're up and running. It's Charles Leclerc in 1st place, Max Verstappen in 2nd place. Let's have a look at the gaps here to see what it is. 1.1 seconds, so between Leclerc and Verstappen. Got to say, I'm loving the style of these new cars. Ah, yeah, you can absolutely see coming down the straight that the Mercedes is bouncing a little bit, or purposing, as they're calling it these days. That looks like Hülkenberg versus Norris, and he gets the move done, so he's past Norris. Good move there by Hülkenberg. Let's have a look at where we're at. So Ricciardo is in 20th place at the moment, with Latifi then in 19th. Zhou is in 18th. Stroll has just taken Norris as well. Oh, Norris is not having a good time. Very difficult start here for McLaren. Alright, so Norris is now down into 17th. Stroll is up into 16th. Hulkenberg 15th. Bottas all the way down in 14th. What happened to Bottas? We need to see a replay of this. I don't know what happened to Bottas. No idea whatsoever. No yellow flags or anything. So, possibly he just got overtaken by everyone. Mick Schumacher then is in 13th place. We have Yuki Tsunoda in 12th. Albon is up into 11th. Good start for Albon. He's made up 3 places. We have Ocon in 10th. Alonso 9th. Gasly 8th. Russell 7th. Perez 6th. Magnussen 5th. Hamilton 4th. Sainz in 3rd. Verstappen in 2nd. Leclerc in 1st place. And yeah, Sainz is over a second behind Verstappen as well. So nobody making any moves. Fastest lap now for Charles Leclerc, just coming up on the screen. So he has got the bit between his teeth and off he goes. Still 1.1 seconds between himself and Verstappen. So he's not making huge ground here on board with Lewis Hamilton. Gotta say, I'm loving the great car that we're back to. Who's that, Magnussen? It's alright, he's kept his position. Perez, though, is all over him now. Perez will try to get the move done here. Magnussen is going wide to try and block him off. Perez is trying to get him here on the exit, going around the outside. Magnussen taking the inside line now, and Perez now has the inside. He's got the move done. So that was all because Magnussen ran wide earlier on in the lap here. So that's unfortunate for Magnussen. I think we're all secretly going for Kevin Magnussen today. It would be great to see Mick Schumacher as well come up and do something. But he's down in 13th at the moment, so I don't think that's going to be happening. Oh, there's the start. So we're seeing Bottas got involved with Alonso by the looks of it. So far, everything is okay for Bottas. Where does it go wrong for him? Does he just not have the speed and gets overtaken? Now he's pulling the move on Alonso, and it looks like he got past Alonso there. We're going on board now with Max Verstappen to see his start. Yeah, he tried it around the outside, but Leclerc took the inside line. No messing around there for Leclerc. Leclerc versus Verstappen. That would be a very tasty battle this year. And if Hamilton can get involved and get in the mix, And Carlos Sainz, I think Carlos Sainz has shown us last year he can certainly match whatever Leclair is doing as well. As it stands right now, I'm excited about the season. Great on board here from Lewis Hamilton just to see his view, so he saw all the action happening just there in front of him. Bit of an unusual perspective for Lewis Hamilton. He's usually used to be out front. Ooh, Ocon touched Schumacher. Ocon spun him around. I wonder if that one is going to be investigated. Nothing is up on the screen with regards to investigation anyway, so... well, there we go. The stewards are now investigating the incident between Ocon and Schumacher. I'd like to see it again, actually. It looked like a racing incident, perhaps. Race radio for Verstappen. Engine braking is doing funny things mid-corner. Oh, okay. Well, let's keep an eye on that one. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for joining us. You are going for Ferrari, is it? Hammer Ferrari? Or you're going for Hamilton and Ferrari? You want Hamilton to hammer Ferrari? Maybe that's the way. That's the way to do it. Checking that gap at the moment. 1.4 seconds between Leclair and Verstappen, first and second. And then a further 3 seconds, well, almost 3 seconds down the road, we have, well, it's 2.6 seconds actually. We should get these things right. We need to be a little bit more accurate here. We have Sainz. Sainz actually now is coming under pressure from Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is in DRS range. He's closed the gap to about 0.5 of a second here. Not able to get past Sainz here. But here comes George Russell on Magnussen. He's trying it. No, it's not working. Oh, Magnussen has run very wide there. I think Russell is getting through. He's through. George Russell is through. So that moves him up into 6th place. So that actually did work. I really didn't think it was going to stick. You can see on the screen as well, we have the race tracker. You can see very clearly where the drivers are relative to each other on the screen. I've got to say, I really love that. Very temperamental though, this race tracker works sometimes and just completely stops working other times. Very temperamental indeed. So, where are the excitement areas on the track at the moment? Let's have a look and see. I think it's Hamilton and Sainz. This is the big one coming up. So Hamilton will be going for a podium position here. Long way to go in the race yet. Long way. 57 laps for this race. We're only 6 laps in. And yeah, looking forward to a very good race. I'm hoping. So Leclair isn't able to drop Verstappen here. He's pulled out a little bit of a gap. It's about 1.8 seconds. But he's by no means getting away from him. Very fast. So Stephanie, you're happy that Hülkenberg is back, and he's a great driver. Hülkenberg is a great driver, and I would have loved that he came back last season, you know, to drive full time as opposed to be just a stand-in driver. He is replacing Vettel this weekend, so I definitely don't want Vettel to stay out of Formula 1, but I could happily see Hülkenberg replace Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin. Would love that. Of course, it's not going to happen because we all know who owns Aston Martin, so unless there's another team out there that is suitable for him, I'm not seeing any openings at the moment. Of course, Haas, I suppose, was the big opportunity for him as well, but yeah, Kevin Magnussen got that role. Of course, Kevin Magnussen has a bit more recent experience with Haas. Can you imagine if we saw Roman Grosjean back as well? That would be fantastic. Roman Grosjean is really tearing it up in IndyCar over in the US as well. Now, so Magnussen, speaking of him, he's in 7th place at the moment, and he is 1.9 seconds ahead of Gasly, and then the Mercedes is 3 seconds ahead of him further up the road. Looks like Mick Schumacher is in a little bit of trouble here, so he has Zhou and Hülkenberg both interested in getting past him. So it doesn't look like the Haas of Schumacher has that much speed at the moment. Not too much speed. Now here's Hamilton again with his DRS open. No, he's not able to get close enough to Sainz, and this is where the real test of the new car designs comes in, because of course we're talking here about the ground effects and the fact that the cars should be able to run much closer to each other. We did see Ocon and Alonso running very close, and it looks like Zhou has got the move done and is past Schumacher. So that puts him up into 14th place, and Schumacher now is down into 15th. Oh, I really want to see Schumacher do well, but this is not going well for him at the moment. And now he is going to have Hülkenberg to deal with next. So we're having I was about to say the Battle of Germany here. Not really, it's just Schumacher and Hülkenberg. Zhou, of course, is he the first Chinese driver in Formula 1, the first full-time Chinese driver? So that is very exciting, actually, to have a full-time Chinese driver in Formula 1 as well. And he's been a very good driver, actually, in Formula 2 last season. And actually, he did battle with Schumacher the season before in Formula 2 as well. So he does look like he has some good pedigree. He looks like he's a fairly good driver. What he'll be able to do relative to his very experienced teammate Valtteri Bottas, I think that would probably play out more mid-season as opposed to the start of the season, because Bottas has all the experience in Formula 1 right now. But so speaking of drivers with experience, Perez is in 5th place. He is 0.6 of a second behind Hamilton now, so he's getting close to Hamilton as well. Alrighty, so I don't know what I just did there. It looks like the stream is still working, so that's good at least. Now, Stroll and Norris, no further investigation needed, forcing another driver off the track. Okay, so nothing will happen with that. Looks like Ocon has just overtaken Alonso as well. They haven't shown us the move on the screen here, but let's do a quick check on McLaren. Ricciardo is in 20th place, 0.6 of a second behind Latifi, and Norris is in 18th place, 1.9 seconds behind Stroll. Oh my gosh, this is not what we were expecting. Oh, I'm a big Ricciardo fan, I have to say. I want to see him do very well, and I quite like Lando Norris as well, but this is not what McLaren will have wanted. I should point out that McLaren are the only team that have started on the medium tyres. Everybody else has started on soft tyres, McLaren on medium. Hopefully that will help them a little bit further in the race, but I can't see them breaking into the top 10 at the moment when they're battling with the Williams. Latifi is 2.7 seconds behind Norris, by the way. What's the gap at the front? 2.4 seconds now between Leclair and Verstappen. Not huge. Now we have Zhou running very close behind Albon. Can he get the move done? No DRS here. Perez will try to get past Hamilton as well. He's not able to get the move done. Albon does have DRS as well, so Albon, of course, is getting that courtesy of Valtteri Bottas. Leclair are still winning the race. Ferrari, I think they have a really good chance of the World Championship this year. Based on everything we've seen so far, you'd have to agree with that. Yeah, definitely. Sainz has actually pulled out a 2-second gap now on Lewis Hamilton. So it's Hamilton is in a little bit of trouble here from Perez. Perez 0.7 of a second behind Hamilton, definitely in DRS range. So let's see if Perez can do the team job here and get the move done. Where is Russell? Then that would put Russell just behind Hamilton. 4 seconds though in the difference between those two. So not just behind, but behind relative on the track. Just coming around now to complete to start the 10th lap of the race, so still a long way to go in this race. Hülkenberg locked up there. Stroll got past him. So Hulkenberg was trying to get Schumacher around the outside there, locked up, and as a result lost his position to his teammate. Oh, that's tough. That is a tough one. Perez very close to Hamilton. They're finally showing us this battle. We're starting to wonder why we weren't getting it. Here goes Perez now. He has DRS. He's trying it around the outside, and Hamilton, he got the move done. Perez is up into 4th place. Hamilton won't like that. Let's see now if Hamilton can fight back straight away here. He's keeping quite close to the back of Perez. Perez has he's gapped him ever so slightly here. I think Hamilton is still in DRS range, so let's see the next time we come around for DRS if he's able to do anything. There's the detection line. Nothing happening here. Now, Hamilton, what can you do? Yeah, he's keeping quite close to Perez. He had DRS, it opened there, but he wasn't able to get enough of an advantage. Here's now the camera where we're on board with Perez. They're just showing us a replay of this overtake. Perez very smooth, very calm around the outside. Just got the move done on Hamilton. Just got the move done. DRS was enough of an advantage for him there. And now we're looking at Zhou got past Albon. 3 seconds now between Verstappen and Leclair. Now it sounds like pit stops will be coming up soon, and I haven't actually checked our pit intervals, so I might pop over to Pirelli Motorsport on Twitter. You should check it out. They usually give the pit stop intervals on there, depending on what you're doing. So they're saying if you're starting the race on the soft tire, between laps 15 to 21. So yeah, we're still 4 laps away from that window opening. Ashik is asking if I've got Twitch. I do have Twitch, and I believe I am broadcasting simultaneously on Twitch at the moment. So YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook we should be broadcasting on today. And now that you say that, I must double check that it's broadcasting. Oh, it tells me we're all offline. Surely not true. Surely not true. All the comments we've received so far have come in via YouTube. See you in Twitch. Yeah, I'll see you there, Ashik. Just check on the status of my Twitch. Oh, here's Lewis Hamilton in. That's a very early pit stop from Lewis Hamilton, so he's clearly trying to do the undercut. Clearly he is. And I can confirm, yes, the Twitch is working. So Hamilton now comes out in 11th place, so he's behind Bottas, and oh, it looks like he's just gotten past Bottas there. Or no, it's not Bottas, that's Zhou. And Zhou is past Hamilton, so Hamilton won't like that. That's definitely not ideal for him. Not ideal. He does not need that right now. Very early stop there for Lewis Hamilton, I have to say, very early. As we were saying, that window, according to Pirelli, is between laps, 15 to 21 if you're switching to medium tires. Hamilton, Hamilton battling away with Joe here, and he's gotten past him finally. And now he has his ex-teammate to deal with. Valtteri Bottas, just up the road, so Hamilton's in 11th. I was just double checking the tyre compounds there. So Hamilton looks like he's gone onto the hard tyre at his stop. So he'll be looking to stop probably again towards the end of the race for soft tyres. Interesting strategy. So the typical strategy we're expecting is that the cars will stop from soft tyres and go onto medium tyres and then go back onto soft towards the end. But yeah, slightly different approach there from Lewis Hamilton. So we'll see how this one works out for him. Perez has just been told that we're going to plan B. Oh, Ashik, you've made it to Twitch. Good to see you here as well. Good to see you. .5 seconds now between Perez. Sorry, not Perez. What am I thinking? Between Leclair and Verstappen. I wonder how the pit stops are going to turn out here. I really do. So will they both switch to medium tyres, or are Red Bull looking to do something different? We've already seen that Perez is apparently going to plan B. That looks like George Russell has just pitted as well. No, that was not Russell at all. It was one of the Williams cars, actually. Just my stream is gone a bit blocky. I couldn't make out who the car was. So that is Albon, I guess. And it looks like Mick Schumacher is pitted as well. So Albon, Mick Schumacher are now on the medium tyres as well. It looks like Alonso also pitted. Here we have Verstappen pitting. So Verstappen goes onto the soft. Is that soft tyres they put on Verstappen's car? Very, very interesting. Yeah, those are the soft tyres. So I haven't seen a strategy from Pirelli as to how that one will work out. I guess switching to medium tyres later on in the race. Just need to unmute myself. Let me check the messages. How is Magnussen doing? Magnussen is in 10th place. He has pitted, and he's actually done the exact same thing that we've just seen Verstappen doing. He has pitted for soft tyres as well. So there is definitely a strategy there where, I guess, on the lighter fuel loads, these cars will look to probably, I would guess, put on the medium tyres. Hamilton Team Radio. Yeah, Hamilton complaining, saying his stop was really early. I agree with him. It was very early. It really caught us by surprise. Here's Leclair. He's in the pits now. And will this promote Perez into the lead of the race? No, Perez has pitted as well. So, I was about to say Russell. Russell is now in the pits also. So it looks like Leclair will hang on to the race lead here. Verstappen is up into second. Oh, that's very close. Verstappen is right on the tail of Leclerc. So this undercut really worked very, very well here. Of course, what did Leclerc go on to try to see the colour of his tyres here? Verstappen has DRS. He can't get the move done just yet. Leclerc is on... Oh, I have a suspicion that he's on the medium tires, but I haven't seen a clear enough shot of those tires yet. But this is great. So 0.3 of a second between Verstappen and Leclerc. Just on board now with Verstappen. Very, very exciting stuff. So let's see if Verstappen can pin a move on Leclerc, or if Leclerc is just going to get away. So if Leclerc... No, it's soft tire. It's soft tire as well. Both of them on the soft tires. Verstappen is not going to let him go here though. He's right on him, still 0.4 of a second between them, so he's right in the DRS range if he can manage to get a move done. Ashik is asking if you think, if I think Magnussen can get a podium. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. I don't see it happening at the moment. Magnussen is up into 7th though. He is up into 7th, so stranger things have happened very early in the race as well. Only 16 laps gone, safety cars, everything else like that. Things can change. They can change dramatically. Fastest lap from Verstappen. Oh, he tries the overtake move here on Leclerc. He's got it done. That was hugely dramatic as well, I have to say, because there was a super amount of sparks just kicked up out of the back of Verstappen's car. Now Leclerc is all over him and he's pulling the move. He's trying to pull back straight away here, and he gets around the outside and he's back into the lead. I don't even need to change the leader. Leclerc has taken care of it for me. He's back in the lead again. Verstappen though, as you could imagine, is not letting him go. He's right on the tail of Leclerc here, and he's going to try another move again really, really soon. It would be great to see Magnussen on the podium. Just to finish off on that topic, yeah, I completely agree with you. I would love to see. It would be phenomenal considering he's just come back. He didn't have all of the testing like many of the other drivers. There's the onboard, just Verstappen's move. It was very dramatic, Verstappen's move, and it was just, as I said, all the sparks kicked up on the back of the car when he pulled out really wide there. Almost at the end of the pit lane he pulled into. He got the move done, but of course Leclerc hit back. Look, the replays are great, guys. Could we just switch back to the actual race here, because I feel like they're not done fighting yet. I'm absolutely right. So we switch back to the live pictures here. They're still going here, still going. So Verstappen is 0.8 of a second now behind Leclerc. He's got his DRS open, so he'll be closing that gap. Oh, it's down to 0.2. He's going for it, you know. Verstappen's got him again. He's back in the lead. This is great racing here. So Verstappen is back in the lead. Now, will Leclerc get back past Verstappen? He does the exact same thing again. Leclerc, yeah, he cuts to the inside corner. He got past. The stream went there for a second, but yeah, I can confirm Leclerc is still in the lead. So once again, I do not need to change anything. Huge excitement at the front. And Sergio Perez has just set the fastest lap of the race in the midst of all this. Perez went onto the medium tires, so that's what they meant by Plan B within Red Bull. 0.5 of a second now between Leclerc and Verstappen. DRS open here for Verstappen. I don't think he's going to get Leclerc here. It'll be the start-finish straight where he'll want to get things done again. Oh, there's great excitement here now. Great excitement. I was waiting for this to kick off, and there we go. And I can't really cut away from this. As soon as this excitement calms down a little bit, let's have a run through where everybody is on the circuit at the moment. Sainz is not in this battle, by the way. Sainz is about 9 seconds behind Verstappen, so he's on the podium but out of the mix at the moment for the lead of the race. Now, what are we on? It's 0.9 of a second. Is it enough? Now, yeah, Verstappen closing. You can see this is a great shot. He's going down the inside. He's got the move done again. Oh, he's locked up. And Leclerc will get straight back past him again. So they keep switching the lead here. Now, is this the variable we need? Can Verstappen do anything here? This is where Leclerc got Verstappen the last 2 times around, but Verstappen cannot get past Leclerc. So it's Leclerc who stays in the lead. Great battle here. Great battle. Can Leclerc just get out of the DRS range? Because once he's able to do that, things are definitely going to get a little bit easier for him. Just a tad. 7 tenths, 8 tenths of a second now, the gap between them. Fatima says Hamilton. Yeah, Hamilton, 5th place at the moment. Hamilton is on, I would say, a dramatically different strategy from everybody else by putting on those hard tyres. And Russell did the exact same thing as well. So Mercedes clearly knows something nobody else knows. Or they are gambling. Unusual, though, to gamble with both of your drivers. 2-2. Apologies if that's how not to say your name. You're saying Charles is made to be dominant. Yeah, I would like to think the days of dominance in Formula 1 are over, but you know, they're never over. There will always be a dominant driver. If this is a snapshot of the future, though, Verstappen versus Leclair with, you know, Sainz playing the rear gunner, Russell coming up as well. It's a very exciting future we have in store for Formula 1. And that is without a competitive McLaren. Can you imagine if McLaren are able to make themselves competitive again? Ferrari really have the guy for him to shine now. Yeah, well, they do. Yeah, Ferrari have... They appear to have set up their car very well this year, and the horsepower differential as well between Ferrari and Mercedes and Honda as well, it apparently is non-existent this year. So they're on very equal power. So this really helps Ferrari a lot, and we see that. Look, we see that in the other cars. We see it with Haas doing so well. We see it with Alfa Romeo doing so well as well. So it's a powerful engine for them. Last year Ferrari, they definitely did not have the car. Now, in saying that, there were some surprises from Charles Leclerc, so he definitely showed glimpses of his talent. I recently saw, of course, the highlights for the British Grand Prix. Now, we won't go into the details of the British Grand Prix. I know certain people are still very upset about that. It was a real turning point in the season, but it was Charles Leclerc that led for the majority of that race after the incident, let's call it. Now, team radio for Leclerc. What's he saying here? No idea. They didn't write it on the screen, and I missed them talking. It's looking a little bit better for Leclerc. He's 2 seconds now. A 2-second lead over Verstappen, so he's managed to get it done. This looks like it's Mick Schumacher pulling the move on Lando Norris. Oof. Who would have thought it? I did not think I'd be saying that last season. But there you go. Mick Schumacher has overtaken Lando Norris. Now, is this a replay here of Norris coming back? No, he's not able to get it done. Now, let us have a rundown of the top 20 as it stands right now. We have Hülkenberg in 20th place. All right, fair enough. He has had one pit stop. Ricciardo then is in 19th place. We have Stroll in 18th. Latifi is in 17th. Albon is in 16th. Norris 15th. Schumacher is in 14th place. We have Zhou in 13th. Bottas is in 12th. Tsunoda in 11th. Ocon 10th. Then we have Alonso in 9th. Gasly is in 8th, Magnussen is in 7th, Russell 6th, Hamilton 5th, Perez 4th, he has the fastest lap as well as it stands at the moment, Sainz in 3rd place, Verstappen in 2nd place, and Leclerc, as we know, is in the lead of the race. And has everybody pitted? It looks like Norris has not pitted yet. Of course, Norris started on the medium tyre, so you wouldn't expect him to pit just yet. 22 laps into the race now. So I think his pit stop will be coming up soon, but that's going to drop him down even more. He's only in 15th, so not great for McLaren. Not working out well for them here. He will go to the soft tyre more than likely because that's what Ricciardo did. Perez is in pursuit of Sainz as well. Perez, of course, is on the medium tire. That's interesting. So let's have a look at the tires. We have Leclair, Verstappen, Sainz all on the soft tire. Perez is on medium. Hamilton and Russell are on the hard tire. Magnussen is on soft. And then we have everybody through from Gasly all the way down to Albon in 16. So Gasly is in 8. All on the medium tire. Then Stroll, Latifi, Ricciardo and Hülkenberg are on the soft tire as well. So a real mix, actually, a real mix of strategies in there. Now we're looking at a little bit of action here between Tsunoda and Bottas. Bottas not able to get the move done on Tsunoda. We saw this a couple of times last season as well. Tsunoda was extremely difficult to get past. Very, very difficult to get past. So he does have a knack for making himself wide on the track. Tsunoda's in 11th at the moment, so just outside the points. Russell seems to be the big winner so far today. He's up 3 positions from where he started. So Russell is in 6th place, having started in 9th. Tsunoda, actually, speaking of Tsunoda, he's up 5 places from where he started. So he's in 11th as we speak. And that puts him up 5 places from 16th where he started. So he's doing very, very well, actually. Now he is coming under pressure from Bottas. Both of those guys have the medium tires on as well, so no huge difference there, apart from obviously the different aero setup on both cars and the different engines. Not similar at all in the slightest when it comes down to it. The rear wing is open there for Bottas, so he is going to try and get DRS done here. No, it doesn't work for him. He's not able to get enough of an advantage. I guess Tsunoda is using some of the battery pack there as well to make sure that he doesn't get overtaken. Important for him to stay in 11th because, of course, he's just outside the top 10 then. The gap, let me see, the gap between Tsunoda apologies, the gap between Tsunoda and Ocon is 3.1 seconds, so he has a bit of work to do. He won't be gaining time either. What did I just see there? That was Albon overtaking Norris. Wow, McLaren are really off the pace here. Really, really, very surprising. Interesting team radio there from Carlos Sainz, where he was saying he thinks this is going to be a 3-stopper race, so the tire degradation must be really high. That could explain quite a bit about what Mercedes are doing here, because as we know, Mercedes has always been quite tough on tires. The degradation, they've always struggled with that at certain circuits, in particular, I guess, with the hotter circuits. You know, Bahrain is pretty much a desert circuit, so I guess that would meet that criteria, and they've gone on to the hard tires for their pit stop, so definitely some kind of strategy going on there for Mercedes. Still find it a little bit strange that they're the only team that have gone onto the hard tires, and both of them did it, so yeah, we absolutely need to see how that one is going to play out. Now we're on board with Bottas, and we're just trying to see if he can get past Tsunoda. Nothing has been working for him yet. He's within DRS range, but when he opens the back wing, he gets closer, as you would expect, but he's not able to get close enough to pull off the move. Just not able to get that move done at the moment. still looking at this battle, there doesn't seem to be too much else happening elsewhere. I guess I just need to have a look at the circuit tracker here. Yeah, the circuit tracker actually that we have on the screen. This is really great because you can see now the gaps, the real gaps on track between these cars. And as you can see from that, with the exception of, so Ocon and Alonso are very close to each other. Let's see the timing on that one, 0.3 of a second. Ocon will be thinking about getting past his teammate yet again. And of course we have this battle that's happening now. This is Bottas and Tsunoda, but Bottas can't get it done again. Oh, Tsunoda runs a little bit wide here. This is Bottas's opportunity, and we've cut away from it. Oh, come on, come on. Okay, so Bottas is still behind Tsunoda. That was great timing for the TV director to pull away from that. Norris is in the pits and he's in last place. Not good news for Norris, so he's in the pits. Ricciardo is in 18th. Oh my god. I can't get over this. I'm really struggling that McLaren are so off the pace. I was not expecting this by any means. It's great to see here, though. We have Ocon and Alonso battling each other, and then directly behind them we have Tsunoda and Bottas battling each other. And these are the only battles that are happening on the circuit at the moment. Now, can Bottas do anything here? No DRS at the moment. Well, we're not in the DRS zone, so I think that explains that. But now we're coming to the start-finish straight. Yes, I was about to say one of the Alpines has disappeared, and that is Alonso, who is pitting again. So this is his second pit stop, is it? Was Bottas able to get past Tsunoda? It looks like he wasn't, but of course they didn't show us that battle because they're showing us the pit stop. And now we're back on board with, well, not on board, but we're back looking at this battle. Bottas, once again, he's shaping up, he's making moves here, but he's not able to get past Tsunoda. This is the battle for 10th place at the moment, so Tsunoda now is in 10th, Bottas is in 11th, because, of course, Alonso did pit. Alonso is on the hard tyre now. So he is on, and Norris came out on the hard tyre as well. I had speculated that Norris would go onto the soft tyre because that's what his teammate did, but no, he's on the hard tyre. So that's Norris and Alonso on the hard tyre, and of course Russell and Hamilton are also on the hard tyre. Okay, well, let's do a very quick run through as to where we are. 20th, we have Norris, 19th, Hülkenberg, 18th, Ricciardo, 17th, Latifi, 16th, Stroll, 15th, Alonso, 14th, Albon, 13th, Schumacher, 12th, Zhou, 11th, Bottas, 10th, Tsunoda, 9th is Ocon, 8th is Gasly, 7th is Magnussen, great race for Magnussen, 6th is, so this was, we're just looking at Alonso getting the move done on Albon, so he's true. So he's up into 14th from 15th. Alright, that broke my stride ever so slightly. We had Magnussen in 7th place. We have Russell then in 6th place. We have Hamilton in 5th place. He's 14 seconds behind Sergio Perez, who's in 4th place. So yeah, Hamilton is not at the races today. So they really are having some difficulty in that Mercedes. And they're not still sandbagging, as I've seen some people speculate on yesterday. As I said, Perez is in 4th place. We have Sainz then in 3rd place, Verstappen in 2nd. And you can see Mr. Leclair is on the screen. He is our race leader right now. And we've completed 28 out of the 57 laps. So we're pretty much just thereabouts at the halfway point. It's been a good race so far. We had a great battle between Verstappen and Leclerc after the first pit stop. And the good news is there will be another set of pit stops, at least one more set of pit stops to come up for both of those guys. And can Verstappen do something similar again? Speaking of Verstappen, we're on board with him now. So Verstappen says his tyres are almost done. So this very much comes into what Carlos Sainz was saying, where he thinks this is going to be a tree-stopper race. Can you imagine? Tree-stopper. There is a Ferrari, I was going to say. There's a Mercedes in the pits, and it's Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is in the pits, and he has put on medium tyres? Yes, medium tyres, yellow tyres. Wow, that was not a very long stint on the hard tires. There's something weird going on here for Mercedes. That did not work for them at all. He clearly had no speed whatsoever on the hard tires. Hamilton on team radio. So they're telling Hamilton not to push too hard on the tire on his outlap here. Do they really think they can do 27, 28, 29 laps on these tires, on these medium tires? This seems like a tall ask. Now, a replay of the pit stop. What happened here? Yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay. Didn't get any time on the pit. Oh, we don't have time on the pit stops. And this is Ricciardo trying to get past Latifi. Just can't get that move done. He's trying it in the inside. He'll try around the outside just here. Now he should have DRS again. It's wide open. Latifi not making it easy for him. Latifi is racing quite well there. No way through here for Ricciardo. Latifi very firmly takes back the position. Depressingly, this is for 17th and 18th. Oh, here goes Ricciardo down the inside, and he's got the move done. Now, can Latifi hit him back straight away again? So Latifi is going to stay in his slipstream. Yeah, it's not working for him right now. But if he can get DRS on the start-finish straight, this will definitely be helpful for him. States Captain Obvious, of course. So Ricciardo, depressingly, up into 17th place, but Norris is in 20th, and he has been lapped. Hülkenberg has also been lapped. Not sure what's going on with Hülkenberg. You can't be too critical of Hülkenberg, though. He's literally just stepped into the car this weekend. So is Magnussen, in a sense. Speaking of Magnussen, let's do a Magnussen check. Magnussen is in 6th place at the moment. Of course, he moved up one position when Hamilton pitted. Hamilton is in 8th right now. Hamilton 4.3 seconds behind Gasly. Of course, Hamilton will have the fresher tyre, so I think he'll close in quite fast on Gasly. Shouldn't have too much difficulty getting past him, I hope. On board with Lance Stroll here. I guess this is with Albon, is it? Yeah. So Stroll gets past Albon as Albon runs off the track. But definitely there was a little bit of contact there with the front wing from Stroll on Albon. Team radio for Leclair, they're saying the medium compound is stronger than expected. Yeah, well, and that must be why Mercedes switched Hamilton onto medium as fast as they could. Of course, we see Perez has been running for quite a while now on the medium tyre as well. Actually, he set the fastest lap on the medium tyre. That's a very good advertisement for the medium tyre. Bottas has finally gotten past Tsunoda. Come on now, show us a replay. I want to see this one. Oh no, Tsunoda's in the pits. Okay, so it wasn't on track, it was off track. And there's the pit stop from Tsunoda, 2.7 seconds, so they do have a timer. I just thought with the new graphics we had lost the timer on the pit stops. 2.7, that's fairly decent. Tsunoda's coming out now, and he's going to be challenged here by Stroll. Stroll gets past him. Tsunoda came out on soft tires. Alonso has just overtaken Schumacher. Flashback here to 2016, I was going to say. No, to 2005, 2006. Now, off goes Max. He's put on the medium tire, and that's not really a surprise. So I think we're going to see most of these front runners going onto the medium tire at their next pit stops. What Perez is going to do, I do not know though. I don't know what Perez will do here. So Perez is ahead of his teammate at the moment, 14 seconds ahead of his teammate to be exact. A lot of Dutch fans in the stadium section there. Great support for Verstappen as always. Now, This is okay. They're telling Leclair to box. Very smart. This is prime undercut territory here. I think Leclair could be in a little bit of trouble here. So let's see what he can do when he comes into the pit. So he'll be coming around. Let's get our tracker back up on the screen if I can. I know it's on the stream screen. I want to see that for myself. Leclair is coming around now. He's actually just behind Ricciardo as we speak. Ocon is in the pits as well. And so Mick Schumacher moves up one position into 12th. Yeah, here we are on board with Leclair, and he's on his way into the pits now. Okay, he's in his pit box. Looks like a pretty good stop. Let's get a timer on that. 2.5 seconds. Pretty decent. You know what? That actually means that Sainz is now leading the race. Believe it or believe it not. Leclerc is out ahead of Verstappen, and that was important. That was important. Perez moves into second place as well, by the way. But of course, Perez and Sainz still have a pit stop to take. But yeah, nice to see Sainz leading the race. It will be temporary, or should be temporary, if a safety car or anything like that happens. Of course, it will be a slightly different story. Could be, yeah, could well be. Let me just take this opportunity to remind you to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell if you want to be notified of future videos as well. Really appreciate your support, and it's great to have you here today. Verstappen getting a little bit angry there on the team radio, so he's definitely not happy to see the back of that Ferrari ahead of him again. Now on board with Hamilton here, he's in 7th. What was he doing? Yeah, as expected, or as anticipated, he went past Pierre Gasly, and not too much of a battle from Gasly. DRS wide open, pretty easy move for Hamilton. Yeah, good bit of bouncing there from the Mercedes as he got the move done. Wow, that Mercedes looks so different to the AlphaTauri. It's just so different in terms of shape and the side pods, and it even looks lower to the ground. Amazing to see the different designs that the teams have gone for this year. So Sainz still leads, 2.6 seconds ahead of Perez. I wonder if Perez will be able to close the gap on Sainz and get it done. Now we're on board with Hamilton, and he's right behind Kevin Magnussen. So I think he will get this move done sooner rather than later. Coming around to the start, finish straight now. Oh yeah, Hamilton is all over him. DRS wide open, off he goes down the inside. There's no question about this one. He's gonna get it done, and he is. Nice. It was a clean move, and that puts Hamilton now up into 6th place and Magnussen back into 7th place. And this is kind of where Magnussen has been for the majority of the race. Very good though. Very good for Magnussen. It has to be in 7th place. Magnussen's got DRS. He's going to try and fight back here. Not working for him. Gasly is in the pits. Zhou moves up into 9th place as a result, and Bottas is in 8th place. So both of looking at the tracker here, you can see Magnussen, Bottas, and Zhou have yet to pit for a second time. So they've only taken one pit stop, and of course, as we know very well, Sainz and Perez haven't pitted yet either for a second time. So a bit of activity here. Perez is definitely in the pits, and Sainz is in the pits as well. All right, so battle of the pits here. Sainz is not in the lead anymore. The lead goes back to Leclerc. So that was a brief lead there from Sainz. Oh, I was about to say that the Red Bull got out in front of the Ferrari there. That's not the case. That is a Williams. Yet again, these Williams cars are really driving me crazy because I keep getting them mixed up with other cars. So Sainz has just come out just ahead of Perez, sorry. And Russell has pitted as well. And it looks like he'll probably come back out in 7th place. Yeah, 7th it is. So that promotes Magnussen once again up into 6th. But Magnussen's still to pit. Magnussen should probably end up back in 7th place, assuming his pit stop goes all hunky-dory without any issues whatsoever. We don't want to see that, of course. Do not. No, that would make a lot of people very, very sad. We're all very excited to see Magnussen and the Haas team do well. Speaking of Magnussen and Haas, where's Schumacher? Schumacher is in 14th place and has only taken 1 pit stop, so not working so well for Schumacher right now. That's a shame. That is a shame. Magnussen really showing up Schumacher this weekend, I would say, but let's see how it goes. Looks like Ricciardo is in the pits. Is that right? Can't tell at the moment. We don't have the timing on the screen. We're on board though with Max Verstappen. Very nice shot, yeah. Lovely, speeding down the straight here. Oh, and who's that red car just ahead? It's Charles Leclair, and off he goes. There's the McLaren battling with an Aston Martin. Trying to figure out who these two guys are. It's Ricciardo and Hülkenberg, and Ricciardo has gotten past Hülkenberg, I believe. No, it's Norris and Hülkenberg. There you go. Ricciardo is out of the race, apparently. No, Ricciardo isn't out of the race, is he? Here's Magnussen. He's in for his pit. Come on, K-Mag. Let's see what you can do. Now, Haas. Tell you, from being last team last year to being right there in the points. What was this? 3.8 seconds. Oh, that was very slow. Very, very slow. He's come out just ahead of one of the AlphaTauris here. And that will be Gasly. Gasly has pitted twice as well. This doesn't look good for Magnussen. Here goes Gasly now. Will he try and get the move done around the outside? Magnussen taking the inside. No, Gasly's got this move done. Gasly's got it done. This is really bad. Oh, so disappointed in this. And this is because Haas lost a second on the pit stop. I'm afraid I have to lay the blame on the pit stop team here. Now, let's see what the Ferrari power can do. So Magnussen, he's just gone into push mode. We can see very clearly on his steering wheel. Lovely shot on board here with Magnussen. What can he do now if he can get the DRS? Can he get past Gasly? DRS wide open, right on the tail of Gasly. I think the start-finish straight, if he's able to remain in the DRS, he might have a chance at him here. And this could be a very good indication as to how strong this Ferrari engine is this year as well. If we can see this. So we're definitely staying with this battle at the moment. I do want to have a check where we are with the top 10 after that. Let's stay with this for a second. So coming around now for the start-finish straight. Can Magnussen get the move done on Gasly? Just watching the tracker on my other screen here of this. No. He's closer. Gasly takes the inside. Yeah, Magnussen won't be getting past him there. Little lock-up. A little bit of a lock-up for Magnussen. Oh, okay. Still battling away here. He has DRS again. Oh, Magnussen is trying to get the move done now. He's taking the outside line and he's got it done. Beautiful move from Magnussen. So he has fought back, and kudos to you, K-Mag. Kudos to you. You got the move done. And a big distinction, I think, between last year's and this year's car. Of course, the blue stripe has mysteriously disappeared off the side of the Haas, and it's much more red and white orientated. And of course we have the big well, it's not so big, but we have the US flag on there as well, just so we don't think that this car comes from a certain country, which we can't really discuss at the moment. But there's an onboard shot again of the move, the replay. Very nice move from Magnussen. Really, he's a really good racer, and I think he's been He's been out for a season and he's able to come back and do this. Fantastic. Fantastic. If ever you wanted to miss a season of driving for Haas, I think last season was the one. So it's worked very well for him. Alrighty, let's have a look at the top 10. Will we do the top 20? Yeah, let's look at the top 20. So Latifi now is in last place. Let me see if I can find Latifi on the tracker, just to confirm that he's still in the race. Looks like Bottas is in the pits. I can't see Latifi on the tracker at all, so I don't know if he's in or out of this race. Ricciardo is in 19th, Albon's in 18th, Hülkenberg 17th, Norris in 16th, and Schumacher in 15th. All those cars have now been lapped by the race leader. Stroll is in 14th, Bottas 13th, Tsunoda 12th, Ocon is in 11th. Then we have Alonso in 10th, so he's remaining ahead of his teammate. Gasly is in 9th, Zhou is in 8th, Magnussen 7th, Russell 6th, Hamilton 5th, Perez in 4th. Perez still has the fastest lap of the race as well. He said that very early on in this race. Sainz is in 3rd place, Verstappen is in 2nd, Leclair is in 1st. A little bit of action here with Sainz getting past one of the Williams. Oh god, that guy nearly crashed into me, is what Sainz just said on the team radio. Yeah, that was a little bit too close for comfort, and I cannot see which car he got past. So interestingly, with our race tracker that we have on the screen here, once a car gets lapped, it disappears off the tracker because it's of course on a different lap from the rest of the cars. So that's a none too perfect activity for the tracker, but I think it makes sense. And there we go, both of the Alpines so close to each other as we're seeing for this entire race. They're really having their own battle here. Ocon has got DRS wide open and he's pulling the move on Alonso here. He's got it done. He's got it done yet again. I think this is the 3rd time he's gotten past his teammate so far in this race. Alonso always manages to get back in front of him. I think it's more down to the pit stops than anything else. Alonso's fighting back though. DRS wide open here. Ooh, double movement there from Ocon. He was not letting that happen. I'm sure Alonso will be on the radio to complain about that one. Not very nice. But then again, the last person you want to see overtake you is, of course, your teammate. Drive you crazy. I was watching the MotoGP earlier today as well, which was in Indonesia, I think, and of course we have the Espargaro brothers battling each other, and the Marquez brothers as well, I guess, but the Espargaro brothers just do not give an inch against each other. Big battle. So I guess the saying is, you don't want to be overtaken by your teammates, and you don't want to be overtaken by your sibling. No siblings in Formula 1 at the moment. Not since the days of Ralf Schumacher and Michael Schumacher. I think those were the last siblings we saw in Formula 1. Do correct me if I'm wrong. And there is one of the Alfa Romeos getting past one of the Aston Martins. So it was Zhou on Stroll. No doubt. Now, what are the gaps looking like? 3.3 seconds between Leclair and Verstappen, so Leclair is in control at the moment. And then 17.8 seconds, 17.8 seconds from the lead for Sainz, but that puts him 14.6 seconds behind Verstappen. And 1.9 seconds then between Perez and Sainz. We'll have somebody coming into the pits here. It's one of the Aston Martins. It's Stroll. So Stroll is now pitting. I guess this will be for his 2nd pit stop. So Norris looks like he's the only car on the circuit at the moment that has not done a 2nd pit stop. Of course, he started on the medium tyre, moved on to the hard tyre. He might be trying to go for the rest of the race on this hard tyre. I'm not sure. Look, if Lewis Hamilton thinks he can do 28-29 laps on a medium tyre, then I have no doubt that Norris will be able to go for the rest of the race on the hard tyre. So looking at the McLaren team battle, so it's Norris in 15th, Ricciardo is in 18th, so Norris winning that battle at the moment. Hamilton is 14 seconds behind Perez, so Hamilton will not be in the mix for the win here, or the podium even. Really, yeah, there are absolutely some issues for the Mercedes team that they're going to need to work through. And we have Russell then a further 14 seconds behind his teammate, George Russell. I'll tell you what, that's a Valtteri Bottas gap to Hamilton. So a little bit of dominance for Hamilton within the Mercedes team this weekend. Quite a big gap between him and Russell. A little bit disappointed. I thought Russell might be able to get a bit closer to Hamilton. Look, it's early days. Definitely, it's early days. But yeah, I was just hoping for a little bit better there. Anyhow, as I said, early days. We are back looking at a battle now between Tsunoda and Alonso. So Tsunoda has gotten past Alonso somehow, because Ocon then is further up the road in 9th place. Oh yeah, here's the onboard. DRS wide open, Tsunoda goes down the inside and he's past Alonso, and he'll be looking to get past Ocon next. Not a perfect race then for Alpine, struggling ever so slightly. Definitely at this part of the race they're struggling. We're 42 laps into this race as well. 42 laps. Wow. It's been a very enjoyable race so far. Atef says Ferrari forever. Yeah, great race so far for Ferrari. That was a bit of a tongue twister. Sainz is managing to maintain the gap with Perez as well, about 2.6 seconds between them. And so that's a Ferrari 1-3 at the moment. I can't see Sainz won't be able to catch Verstappen unless something goes wrong for Verstappen here. Interesting shot there. So we're looking at Verstappen. No, it's Perez. I apologize. Looking at Perez was lapping one of the McLarens. Now, if you look at the tracker, you see Hamilton is in no man's land. As I said, he's let's see, so he's 15 seconds behind Perez and he's 14.5 seconds ahead of his teammate. So it really is, yeah, he's nobody around him. I suppose he's a few back markers to play with. And on board here with Sainz again, and they're concentrating on the battle between Sainz and Perez. Interestingly now, between first and second, Leclair is 4 seconds. 4 seconds ahead of Verstappen. So unless something overly dramatic happens here, it looks like this will be Leclerc's race. But you know, I have to think back to Abu Dhabi when I kept saying this looks like it's Hamilton's race. Anything can happen in Formula 1. Anything at all can happen. And yes, I apologise for raising that again. I know some people don't like talking about it. Just like the British Grand Prix last year, we don't mention that either. I wonder what kind of dramas we'll have this year. Will we have anything that comes close to Abu Dhabi? Or anything that comes close to the British Grand Prix as well? Ataf is saying the Ferrari have made a good car in 2022. They have indeed. It's very impressive. And overall, the Ferrari engine looks very powerful in some of the other cars as well. It's been a bit of a mixed bag now for Haas and for Alfa Romeo. But they're having interesting races. As I say that, Bottas has just gotten past Alonso. So the Ferrari power is definitely helping those teams. And of course, Alfa Romeo and Haas were much further back last season. So they're very much in the midfield now. Of course, Magnussen running in 7th. Tyre watch time. So Gasly and Ocon are on the hard tyre. Alonso's on hard tyre. We've seen Alonso drop back quite a bit as a result of that. We have Norris on the hard tyre as well, and Ricciardo on the hard tyre. How many pit stops has Ricciardo made? 2 pit stops, and Norris has made 2 pit stops as well. So, just as I said, we have Norris in the pits. That explains it, because I thought Norris had 1 less pit stop than everybody else. And so he is now on the... Is that the soft tyre? It looks like it's the soft tyre for Norris. Confirm that now in a minute. I believe that's the soft tyre he's on. Yeah, it's confirmed. Soft tyre. Norris is in last place. 7 positions he's lost from the start as well. Leclair team radio. Interesting. So the team have told Leclerc he has less degradation on these tyres than Verstappen does. So that will be music to his ears. 5.1 seconds now between Leclerc and Verstappen. Is there any chance Verstappen could fall into the hands of Sainz here? I think probably not. No, it's 12 seconds back now. Just Sainz from Verstappen. So I think Verstappen, another guy who's running ever so slightly in no man's land. Ooh, looking at the tracker on the screen at the moment, we're only seeing Alonso and Verstappen for some reason. What's happening here, guys? Verstappen is just pitted, by the way. It's a weird one. So Sainz is up into second place. Verstappen onto the soft tire, so he's going for a final push here. I don't think he can get the race win doing this. Surely he can get Sainz back. I'm not sure what the rationale here is, unless the degradation is just so bad they had to change the tires. Amazing. Was not expecting this. Perez has also pitted. So there's definitely something going on here for Red Bull. That puts Hamilton up into 4th place, by the way. So I thought Hamilton was completely out of the mix, but suddenly he's back. Verstappen team radio. Yeah, nobody knows what Verstappen said there. It was a little convoluted, to say the best. I think he was complete. I think Red Bull are very unhappy with the tires this weekend. Something is not working well for them here. Yeah. Well, we have Ted Kravitz now on here asking, what are Ferrari going to do? Are they going to pit as well? Or are they going to battle with Red Bulls when they inevitably come back towards the end of the race with the much faster, softer tires? So Verstappen has a problem. This is what's happening now. Verstappen has a problem, and Red Bull are asking him if he needs to pit. By the way, may I add, Carlos Sainz has pitted, and that pushes Verstappen back up into 2nd place. Verstappen has just set the fastest 3rd sector as well, so he probably doesn't have issues. Perez has just set the fastest 3rd sector. So Perez coming up behind Hamilton. Hamilton's in the pits. Hamilton is in the pits. He's put on soft tires as well, so everybody's starting to do this now. Atef says, thank you for your live. Atef, thank you for joining us. Very, very good to have you. The on-screen tracker at the moment is being a little bit weird as well. I'm seeing Perez, Sainz, Verstappen and Hamilton. I guess those are the top 4. Are they in the top 4? No, they're not the top 4. Sainz is in 3rd, Perez is in 4th. Hamilton now is down into 6th place. Will Russell be pitting? Now on board with Max Verstappen. What issues are Max Verstappen having? Is Max Verstappen having? Not sure what's happening here for Max Verstappen. So fastest 1st sector again for Max Verstappen. He seems to be going quite fast. Rightio, let's have a look at the top 10. Zhou is in 10th place. Oh no. We have Tsunoda. Tsunoda is out. His engine is gone. And that car is on fire. That car is on fire big time. Okay. Fastest lap just there for Perez as well. Virtual safety car. We have a virtual safety car at the moment. Okay, well, this could very easily turn into a full safety car. So let's keep an eye on this. And of course, Leclair is in big trouble. Leclair is in big trouble now because he has not pitted for the soft tire. So he will fall right into the hands of Verstappen. It's a full safety car. Can Leclair get into the pits? Oh my goodness. History repeats itself. This is exactly like Abu Dhabi here. Verstappen, well, it's not exactly like it. Yeah, I mean a little over the top on that one. They're telling Leclair that he needs to box. 36-second lead over Verstappen. Oh. Russell does pit, so Russell has taken his opportunity there as well. One of the Aston Martins is in. I guess it's Hulkenberg. Oh, this has gotten very interesting all of a sudden. So that Tsunoda is out of the race. He's the first car to retire from this race. Norris is up into 16th somehow. Not sure how he managed that. I think everybody else pitted for tyres yet again. On board here with Pierre well, that's not Gasly, clearly. This must be Yuki Tsunoda. Wow, okay, so complete power failure by the looks of it here from Tsunoda, and then the car went on fire. Leclair pitted. He's just leaving the pits now, 2.8 seconds. Not the fastest. Verstappen team radio. Verstappen seems to think there's something stuck on the car or under the car, as far as I can decipher at the moment. We have 10 laps left in this race. We're on lap 47 of 57. And it has gone very, very interesting all of a sudden because, of course, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Hamilton, Russell now all on the soft tyres. Magnussen hasn't pitted for soft tyres. Magnussen might find himself in a little bit of trouble here. I'd love to see the tyre compounds on the other cars. So Bottas, Ocon, Schumacher's in 10. Tsunoda... Tsunoda. Okay, so it was Gasly. I apologize. It was Gasly that went out of the race. Here's Magnussen now. He has pitted, or he is pitting. Yeah, they have the last garage on the pit lane, courtesy of being last in the championship last year, I suppose. They are changing his tires. 3.5 seconds. Oh, slow stop again from the Haas team. Magnussen comes back out in 7th place. All right, so Magnussen is not in trouble. I had feared for Magnussen there after all his hard work that he was going to lose out here big time. Leclair he's a mile ahead of everyone. He's obviously right behind the safety car. I think Verstappen just about closing in on him now. We'll definitely get racing again. You know, we've 10 laps to go. Verstappen team radio. Steering issue for Max Verstappen. I really can't figure out what's going on for Max Verstappen. They're saying steering. They've told him to stay out. So the safety car is still out, by the way. 100% still out. I'm looking at it right now, even though it disappeared off the graphics on the Formula 1 screen for a little while. Leclerc is in first. Verstappen is in second. Oh, Leclerc team radio. He wants the safety car to go quicker on the straight. They still have not moved Gasly's car. So yeah, apologies. It was Gasly and not Tsunoda. So Gasly, complete power failure on the car. We saw the onboard. Everything disappeared off his steering wheel. And he just came to a rest on the side of the track. And then the car went on fire. And I don't know if there was an engine issue or if it was just from overheating and the fact, whoa, Leclerc got so close to the back of the safety car there. He almost crashed into the back of the safety car. Go easy there, Leclerc. That's not the way to go out of the race. That one will never be forgotten. We'll see that in montages on YouTube for years and years if you do that. So, yeah, you know, just don't do it. Try your best not to do it. Our race tracker looks a lot better now because everybody is back. Almost everybody is back on the same lap, all the way down to number 13, which is Joe. Oh, so what are we looking at here? Hulkenberg is in 19th, Latifi is in 18th, Norris is in 17th, Ricciardo is in 16th, Albon 15th, Stroll 14th, Zhou is in 13th, Alonso 12th, Tsunoda 11th, Mick Schumacher now is in 10th place, Ocon 9th, Bottas 8th, Magnussen 7th, Russell 6th, Hamilton 5th, Perez 4th, Sainz 3rd, Verstappen 2nd, Leclair 1st. Everybody that is on the circuit, that is, with the exception of Pierre Gasly, is on the soft tyre. So we're getting a straight race to the end here once we get up and going again, and it's going to be very exciting. So we have a lot of permutations here. Can Hamilton actually get into the mix? Can Hamilton do something to get on the podium or even win the race? Probably not, but never say never with Hamilton. He's got the skill, you know, he's got the skill, he's got the experience. And a bad car has never held back a driver like Hamilton. You think back to what drivers such as Hamilton, Schumacher, Damon Hill, Senna were able to do in a car. Okay, now when I say bad car, not the worst car on the grid, but you know, a car that wasn't at the front, as to what they were able to do with that. We have Leclerc and Verstappen battle coming up. Sainz can get into the mix, so Sainz, that AlphaTauri is badly burned. They're showing us some melted side bodywork of the AlphaTauri. Sainz can get into the mix here as well. And of course Perez, great opportunity for Perez here. I would love to see Russell try to make a move on Hamilton as well, if he could. That would be one way to announce your arrival into the team. And of course Magnussen in 7th. What can Magnussen do? Can he win the race? Can you imagine? That would be fantastic. Or a podium for Magnussen. That would be so good. A great welcome back. Bottas is in 8th. Good running from Bottas to get himself into 8th. Ocon is in 9th. And Schumacher then is in 10th place. So that's all ahead now. Verstappen team radio again. It's more difficult and more difficult to steer with speed. Okay. I'm wondering, yeah, so it's clearly it is a steering wheel issue that he's having. I think the suggestion was almost that he would switch the steering wheel. Looks like the back markers are coming around to unlock themselves. Alrighty, there goes Latifi. I guess Hulkenberg is gone already. Norris and Ricciardo now can have a straight battle to the finish as well. I know there are no points in offer for those two, but bragging rights within the team, and Ricciardo is actually ahead of his teammate at the moment. And so we're seeing all back markers are allowed to overtake the safety car here. Little bit different from what happened now. Patrick asks, who has the fastest lap now? The fastest lap is with Max Verstappen at the moment. So that bonus point for fastest lap will be with Verstappen. Verstappen team radio again. Nope, not hearing anything. So that was pointless. Yeah, so it's Verstappen who has the fastest lap as we stand. Now, the fastest lap could go to another car in the coming laps. Of course, very light fuel loads on these cars now, and fresh soft tires for a lot of them. I think some of these guys will be running on previously used soft tires because they probably don't have enough to change that many. Alright, so are we getting ready to go yet? Lap 50 of 57. Safety car is not in yet. So Patrick is joining us from Croatia, and very good to have you. Very good to have you. Croatia, a lovely part of the world as well. It's on my wish list of summer destinations to go to. So any year now, I think we'll go to Croatia. Safety car is ending, so it's confirmed the safety car will be coming in very, very soon. Alrighty, and that will give us about 7 laps of exciting racing coming up. Anything could happen here. Anything could happen, so this is actually great. This is really, really, really good. Yeah, so Verstappen has some kind of mechanical issue. It looks like an issue with his steering wheel, so that's one we need to keep an eye on as well. Yeah, Sainz, absolutely. Sainz needs to get up behind Verstappen and see what he can do. So Verstappen really is in strife. This is a great opportunity for Sainz. Ferrari 1-2. Wow, Ferrari 1-2 could be on the cards here. Amazing, amazing. Patrick is asking, can somebody beat Max in the fastest lap? Oh, well, it remains to be seen. I think there's a very high chance somebody could. Perez actually had the fastest lap for the majority of the race. And it seemed like it was Max and Verstappen and Perez that were switching fastest laps for a little while. So I think Perez has the potential to do it, and perhaps Leclair. We have a green flag and we're back racing again. Off we go. Oh yeah, Sainz is definitely going to get Verstappen here. He's all over the back of him. Verstappen in big trouble. Sainz has gone through. And no, Verstappen is going to be very stubborn here and takes the inside line. Sainz can't get the move done. Hamilton is trying to get past. Oh, Hamilton has actually got himself blocked up a little bit behind Perez there. Could be in trouble from Russell now. So very clean getaway there for Leclerc. So he remains in the lead. Verstappen and Sainz are battling away here. It looks like Verstappen has managed to recover somewhat from all of that. We have fastest sector 1 for Leclerc, by the way. In answer to the question, can somebody beat the fastest lap? So let's keep an eye on that and see how that goes. Max, yeah, it does look like Max is struggling. So Sainz now is very close to the back of Max here, and Perez is nowhere close to the back of Sainz. Well, close-ish, but he's not as close as he should be. And Hamilton, all of a sudden, looks very, very interested in getting past Perez. And can you blame him? And look at Magnussen. Magnussen is trying so hard here to get through on Russell. There is an overtaking maneuver there. Oh, Schumacher has dropped down a couple of places. Fastest sector 2 as well from Leclerc. Fastest lap could be incoming here. Oh yeah, Schumacher is struggling. He's down to 12th, and Zhou will try to get past him now as well. So that puts Tsunoda up into 10th place. Fastest lap for Sergio Perez. No, that must be a mistake. It must be a mistake. I'm looking at the timing screen and I can tell you it's Leclerc that has taken the fastest lap. Schumacher and Zhou having a big battle here, and Zhou, no, he can't get the move done, so Schumacher still remains ahead of him in 12th place. Are there any moves happening here? No, this seems to be the tightest battle at the moment. Oh, Ricciardo has fallen away here. Where is Norris? I'm not seeing Norris at all on the tracker at the moment. We'll come back to that. Verstappen looks relatively comfortable here. He's over a second now. No, he's fallen to under a second between himself and Sainz. So yeah, Sainz might be able to get second place here. Zhou has gotten past Mick Schumacher. It's just happened. Okay, so Patrick is going for Max Verstappen for fastest lap. Alrighty. It's not impossible, I will say that much. It's not impossible, but Verstappen does seem to be having some kind of issue with his car at the moment. He's 2 seconds now behind Leclerc in first place. DRS has been enabled, so that's what was missing from this picture up to now. Had forgotten that. Of course, it gets disabled for 2 laps after the safety car. So it's back in play. That should help Hamilton. He is 9/10 of a second behind Perez. Perez, in turn, he's outside of the DRS range from Sainz. But Sainz now may look to do something with Verstappen. No, he's over a second behind Verstappen as well. So it seems to be equalizing ever so slightly. On board here with Zhou, and I guess that was the move that got him past Mick Schumacher. When I say on board, this was the helmet cam, so very dramatic, very, very dramatic. And here we're seeing the replay from a different angle. He just got that done nicely. So Schumacher just doesn't seem to have the speed in the Haas today, whereas Magnussen, by comparison, seems to be doing quite well. Let's check in on Magnussen. He's 1.05 seconds behind Russell, so just outside of DRS range, which will be a little bit frustrating for him. It'd be great if we could see him get past Russell. Russell, in turn, is 1.3 seconds behind his teammate Hamilton, so he's out of DRS range. And Hamilton is still in the DRS range of Perez, so that will be a bit of a worry for Sergio Perez. So we're looking for a dramatic finish to this race here, but that's not being too dramatic as we speak. I think there's definitely a big move left in this race for somebody, and that somebody could very well be Carlos Sainz, who's keeping very close to Verstappen. It's just under 0.8 of a second between Verstappen and Sainz. Not seeing any fastest sectors pop up on the screen at the moment. Now this looks like the one. Sainz is very close here to Verstappen. Verstappen team radio. Oof, he's getting very angry. So Verstappen seems to think there's something wrong with his battery now as well. And the team have just told him there's no issue with the battery. And his response, I'm not going to repeat his response, but there was a bleep in there. And Sainz has got the move done. He's up into second place. He's got it. Ferrari 1-2 at the moment. Verstappen team radio again. Okay. They can see the issue. They're telling him it's not battery related, and there's nothing they can do about it. Hamilton! Verstappen is gone. Verstappen is gone. Yeah, oh, he's finished. Oh my god. They're telling him to try to make it into the pits. He's dropped. He's in 11th now. He's just made it into the pit lane. Would you believe it? Hamilton is all over the back of Perez for third place. Hamilton could end up on the podium. I told you. Hamilton, he's got the experience. He's got the craft. And don't let a slow car hold him back. Oh, well, thank you, webcam girls chat, for spamming our comment section. Very good to have you here today as well. How's all with you? Okay, back to this battle. So, it doesn't look good. Verstappen is going to retire from the race, I think. Yeah, they've retired Verstappen. Max Verstappen is out of the race. Oh, Max Verstappen is out of the race. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. They're just showing us a replay of Sainz and his move on Verstappen. It's of little consequence at the moment. Perez is doing his best at the moment to hold off Hamilton. It's 0.6 of a second between them. It's even less than that right now. Let's have a look at the tracker over here. Oh, Perez is in trouble as well. Hamilton surely is going to get past him just here. Will he pull to the inside? No, can't get the move done. But Perez looked very slow there. He's team radio now. Let's see what he's saying. Oh, okay. Oh, nothing related to the car. They're just telling him to battle. Battle, get your elbows out. Battle with Hamilton. Fight him. Fighting bare knuckle boxing. Okay. I don't know. Well, when Hamilton gets into a position like this, it's very hard to hold him off. Eyes on the prize. Yeah, can Perez do enough? We've only 2 laps left here as well. I was enjoying myself so much I didn't realize that we're almost done. So it's looking comfortable for Leclerc at the moment. After seeing what happened to Verstappen, you can never be certain. So Patrick, it looks like Verstappen is out of the race, and he didn't have the fastest lap. So Leclerc has the fastest lap at the moment. And I believe if you don't finish in the top 10, you don't get a point for fastest lap. Although I may be getting that confused with Formula E, but yeah, it's not going to be an issue. All right, so can Hamilton get the move done here on Perez? Perez is defending. Hamilton won't be able to get that done. Russell is looking very interesting. Oh my God! Perez has spun the car. Perez has spun. I don't believe it. What the heck just happened here? On the last lap of the race. That's very dangerous, by the way. Very, very dangerous. I think the safety car is going to have to come out here. So on board here, we're just looking at the rear camera on Perez. So he brings it into the first car. Oh my God, and he just spun it. The engine knocked up according to Perez. So 2 issues, 1 for each Red Bull, and Perez is in 13th. I don't know if he managed to get back running. I'm just having a quick check on the tracker. No, Perez is stuck. He's stopped. He's stopped out there, and that does mean it's a yellow flag, so they're not bringing out a safety car at the moment. Magnussen is in 5th place. Hamilton is up into the podium positions. He's in 3rd place. Charles Leclerc has won the race. There we go. And he's looked so comfortable for this entire thing. He has been on fire today. Carlos Sainz then is in 2nd place. Hamilton is in 3rd. Can you believe it? Hamilton got the podium after all of that. Brilliant for Hamilton. And so, yeah, it's Leclerc who's won the race. He has won. He's not the race leader anymore. He's the race winner. Ferrari 1-2. It's been quite a while since we've seen a Ferrari 1-2. They look like they mean business this year. Oh my God, what a disaster for Red Bull. It could not have gone any worse for them. So the engine seized and caused Perez to lock up into the first corner, spun around the car. Russell and Hamilton duly obliged and passed him for 3rd and 4th place. So more points than Mercedes will have been expecting, I think. Oh, Leclerc is very happy, as you can imagine. Very, very happy with that. Sainz, though. Sainz is waiting for that elusive first victory. Great race. Very, very entertaining. Red Bull absolutely must be kicking themselves. We have had 3 retirements in the race today, and it does not read well for Red Bull at all, because it is Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen both out of the race, both with mechanical issues on their car, and Pierre Gasly also AlphaTauri, so a part of the Red Bull family, was a retirement as well after he had a complete power failure on his car. So not a good day for these guys at all. Lots of fireworks going on around here as well in celebration of Leclerc. Let's do a quick rundown then, starting from the back to the front. So Hülkenberg finishes in last place in 17th place, last of the runners that is. Latifi is in 16th place, Norris is in 15th, Ricciardo is in 14th, so Ricciardo managed to get it done on his teammate. Albon is in 13th, Stroll is in 12th, Schumacher is in 11th. He's not able to get his first points in Formula 1. However, Zhou is in 10th place, and he does get his first points in Formula 1 on his very first race. So that's supremely impressive from him, I have to say. Very, very impressive indeed. We have then Alonso in 9th place, Tsunoda in 8th, Ocon in 7th, Bottas in 6th. Fantastic for Bottas, a really good result for him. Magnussen, also an excellent result from Magnussen. Welcome back to the points for the Haas team. Great return into the points for them. 5th place for Magnussen. Russell is in 4th place. He finished 1.5 seconds behind his teammate. Hamilton is in 3rd, 4 seconds behind Sainz, who was in 2nd. Sainz then was 5.5 seconds down the road from his teammate. So very dominant, I have to say, from Charles Leclair. Great win for Charles Leclair. Puts him right up on the top of the World Championship. Puts Ferrari on top of the Constructors' Championship as well. And somehow, believe it or believe it not, but Mercedes are in the running as well. Issues? What issues? 3rd and 4th place, I think they'll take that happily considering everything that happened this weekend. And their big rivals, Red Bull, 0 points. 0 points for Max Verstappen, 0 points for Sergio Perez. Got to say, I'm gutted. I was really, I was really going for Perez to get the podium position there towards the end after Verstappen's issue. And this just makes the championship battle now for Verstappen that bit harder. So he's on the back foot already. So very difficult for him. Anyhow, let me give you a very quick reminder. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to be notified of future videos if you're joining us on YouTube. If you're joining us on Facebook, don't forget to like the page. I think that's the correct terminology for Facebook. And on Twitch as well, subscribe or join the network or whatever the correct terminology is for that. Very good to have you. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a very exciting first race, a re-entry back into Formula 1 for 2022. We have another 21-ish, maybe 22 races ahead of us, so this is by no means done. And of course, next weekend, I think we have the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, so coming thick and fast. Looking forward to seeing you in future races. As I said, thanks for joining us, and I will speak to you very soon.